What is up, everyone? Xerxes here. I just finished playing Firewatch, and what an amazing game that was. So I decided that for any new finished game, definitely has to be finished, not early access, but a finished game, I'm going to do a review about it. I think this will be a great way to help people that's kind of on the fence about whether they should pick up games or not, as well as a nice ending to any Let's Play series I do in the future. Now, don't worry, all my reviews will be spoiler free, but I did do a full playthrough of Firewatch, so if you're interested, definitely check out the playlist I created specifically for that on my channel. For now, on to the review. Firewatch was released on February 9, 2016 for the PlayStation 4, Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. It is a first-person adventure game developed by Campo Santo. Santo? Fuck, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And published by Panic. I was interested in this game since I seen the trailer for it back at E3 2015. It was just something that caught my attention. I'm not sure whether it was the amazingly gorgeous art style or the idea of being stranded in the great outdoors. Now, a majority of the game takes place out in the wilderness. Cut off and alone, your companion is your boss. Your task is to be on the lookout for forest fires and to report anything suspicious. Firewatch is a very colorful game, but that is not how the game starts. Your character's backstory needs to be told, so you can understand how the character is, who he is, throughout this game. This is why the game starts off the way it does, in a text-based prologue. Your character, Henry, stumbles upon a woman named Julia in a bar. From there, you are given choices for your important conversations with Julia. Options like what you say to her in the bar, and later, for instance, what kind of dog you get. These choices are actually reflected later in the text-based prologue, as well as in future conversations. During the prologue, though, you do see what kind of art style this game is. It's very unique. It is a twist on a cel-shaded graphics. The visuals for this game are stunning. The environment is absolutely gorgeous. The way the sun just beams through the trees and through the mountain passes. And then at night, the sky is clear and you can see all the stars. It's unreal. Campo Santo did an amazing job putting together the atmosphere and the environment in this world. The world draws you in, from the graphics to the ambient noises. You really do feel like you are in the middle of the wilderness, all alone and in isolation. Except for Delilah. She really is your only companion, and she's also your boss. Now, this is where the game really excels. The relationship between Delilah and Henry are second to none. The way these two interact with each other is just phenomenal.
Used to go caving with someone back in Colorado. She loved it. Might be great to explore it sometime this summer.
Well, that could be fun. Obviously, be very careful.
It doesn't seem that dangerous. Whoa, whoa! Oh, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
God damn it.
In video games, most characters are not written or acted like they're real people. You can tell they're scripted. Their lines are not something that you would actually hear real people saying. Oh, but not in Firewatch. Henry and Delilah speak like they are actual human beings. From their tone to their language and to the interactions with one another actually make this interaction between the two believable. Their voice actors are spot on with their performance. Henry's and Delilah's personalities do clash throughout the game, which, I mean, it's believable, as speaking with only one person throughout an entire summer will cause your personalities to clash. But this clash of personalities is so well done, both in writing and voice acting, that Firewatch actually pulls you into these characters. But again, their interactions are amazing. From them actually doing their job, to Henry giving Delilah an attitude,
Just thought I would maybe, stop there, let the mystery percolate.
and Delilah dishing it right back.
There's something someone should have told you about this area.
What is it?
It's outside.
Come on.
The whole thing. And people come and go as they please. It's madness.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
The script and voice acting were the best part about this game. However, throughout the summer, the two do work together through one hell of an adventure. Now, the game may be about you being a fire watchman, but you will experience one just absolutely wild story. During your conversations with Delilah, you actually have multiple choices. During these conversations and these choices, you do have a limited time on how long it takes for you to respond. If you don't respond, then the conversation just dies. Delilah doesn't start talking, and it gives a feel like she doesn't want to keep going because you're not continuing on with that conversation with her. Sometimes during these conversations and these choices, Delilah will actually keep talking. Other times, in the more kind of serious moments, it just stays silent because she's not sure what to do, and she's waiting to see what you think you guys should do. Now, the game does not have branching storylines or anything like that, so while you may have multiple choices on your conversations with Delilah, majority of the time the major events in the story, they only give you one option. This is how you really discover what Delilah and Henry's characters are really like. Now, I'm all for multiple choices for responses. I love the way Mass Effect did it, and I love the way Dragon Age did it. So I'm completely okay with it. But for story aspects of it, if you're going to have a linear story, then the story should have a straight path, and it just should feel like you're having these multiple choice conversations. Now, like I said, the game is linear, and there's not really anything to explore. Firewatch does kind of trick you in this aspect. As soon as you start your first day on the job, you can really go anywhere. But there's no real reason to go anywhere. There's no reason to explore other than you might run into some things in the wilderness. However, everything in the environment is interactable. Now, that doesn't mean that you can go up and you can pick up sticks or throw a rock or something, which you can do. But what I mean by this is that you can actually report anything to Delilah. This is why I think that this is the best part of the game, because everything is about you interacting with Delilah. For instance, one of the first things you need to get is a rope. When you come across the rope, you can actually report it in before you even pick it up. This will cause Henry and Delilah to have a brief conversation about the rope, and you can do this with almost anything in the environment. The story in this game is really good, but that should be expected since it is a first-person adventure game. If the game had a terrible story, there would be nothing motivating you to keep going. Your adventure through the wilderness and during the summer is quite intriguing. You experience highs, you experience lows. This story can get deep and dark just as fast as when it was lighthearted. The ending, though, it's a bit of a disappointment. Firewatch takes you on one of the craziest and well-thought-out adventures I have ever been on in a first-person adventure game. Combine that with the downright beautiful visuals, some of the best voice acting I've ever heard in a video game, in the ambient noise in this world, and you can really get lost in this game. Now, there are a few downsides to Firewatch, and I did mention most of them before. While the game is completely open, there's no real benefit on exploring. Yes, you can see amazing sights and landmarks, but more than likely you will experience all of this during your adventure if you just follow the linear story. The story is amazing and has one wild twist and turn after another, but the ending, it doesn't satisfy how deep the story is. It just leaves you wanting more. Now, will I play this game again? Oh, absolutely. I love this game, and I did love the story up until the end. Will it have the same effect on me as the first playthrough? No chance in hell. But I am looking forward to seeing what the other dialogue options are. Now, if you are a PC, Mac, or Linux gamer, or you own a PS4, then I highly recommend you give this game a try. Now, the replayability is really low other than to experience the other dialogue options. But for Campos Santos, I don't know. But for their first game, it was an awesome experience. If you are into strong narrative games, then I highly recommend you pick this game up. This game is definitely on my must-have list. If you don't own it, then I recommend you pick it up. If you own it but haven't played it, then what the hell are you waiting for? I loved Firewatch. I had a great time playing this game, and I am looking forward to the next adventure Campo Santo develops. Thank you all for watching this review. If you liked it, make sure you click that like button, and I will do more reviews for other games. I plan on making this a constant thing. If you're into it, let me know. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to all y'all later. Peace!